in your mind about the vapor power cycle, you can ask me, like where it is used or what are the different components. So before that, I will play one video for you. Just a minute. So a video for you. So it is based on Rankine cycle. I have not share right now anything. Okay, I think voice is very low, so I'm going to mail it to you. So when you having the time, you can watch this video. Okay. So what we are going for in the today's lecture, we are going to solve two numericals based on the Rankine cycle. So just understand the different things. And if you have any doubt, you please ask me. Okay, so first, don't try anything or don't try to solve it. So what we are going to do, we are going to concentrate only one case of the Rankine cycle, which is the vapor is dry and saturated at the inlet of turbine and neglecting the pump work. If you require, you can write down. We are limiting our scope to vapor is dry and saturated at the inlet of turbine and there is a no pump work. Okay, so no pump work. So these are the some formulas. So we have to concentrate on the TS diagram. TS diagram. So this is the TS diagram on which we have to concentrate. Okay, so this is the TS diagram on which we are going to concentrate. And 3 to 4 is the expansion, isentropic expansion, and 4 to 1 is the heat rejection by the condenser. So we are concentrating on the cycle 1, 2, 2-3, 4. At point 3, the steam is dry and saturated. At point 4, the steam is going to become wet. So dryness fraction of this wet steam can be found out by equating entropies at point 3 and 4. We can write S3 is equal to S4 or S3 is equal to SF4 plus X4 into SFG4. Okay. So in the first problem, the pressure is given, the boiler pressure is given, that is P1 60 bar, and condenser pressure is given 0.1 bar, and the steam is dry and saturated at the inlet of the turbine. So find out the Rankine cycle efficiency and find out the net work, or you can say find out the specific steam consumption. So these are the 3 points we have to find out. Okay, so what we have given in a Rankine cycle or steam power plant, the steam is supplied to a turbine at a dry and saturated condition. The boiler pressure is 60 bar, condenser pressure is 0.2 bar. Find out the Rankine cycle efficiency. So Rankine cycle efficiency is equal to the net work divided by heat supplied. So how to solve these problems? Now, to solve this problem, we need a steam table. We have to take the help of the steam table. So we have two pressures. One is boiler pressure 60 bar and condenser pressure 0.1 bar. So we have to refer a pressure table since pressure is given at a pressure of 60 bar. By referring steam table, we have to note down the properties of steam. Now here, if you observe before that, if you observe the TS diagram, 1 to 2 is pumping process. So pump is involved, WP is involved. 2 to 3 is the constant pressure heat addition in a boiler. At point 3, the steam is in the dry saturated condition. 3 to 4 is isentropic expansion. S3 is equal to S4 in a turbine up to pressure from 60 bar to 0.1 bar. At 60 bar, we are recording the properties like enthalpy of a vapor and entropy of a vapor. So at point 3, by referring the steam table at 60 bar, we have H3 is equal to 278510 kilocalorie and S3 is equal to 5.8891 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So this is Hg, enthalpy of gas, and Sg, enthalpy of the entropy of the gas. Because at the point 3, the vapor is in the working medium is in the vapor state or gaseous state. So we have to find out Hg and Sg. Then at second pressure, so this is the 0.1 bar. At 0.1 bar, referring a steam table, we have to note down the properties like HF, that is enthalpy of the fluid, which is 191 kilojoule per kg. HFG means the latent heat of the working medium, which is 2392 kilojoule per kg. SF, entropy of the fluid, 0.6492 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Then the entropy of the, because latent entropy or entropy per kg Kelvin, and Vf, the volume of the vapor at pressure 0.1 bar. So these properties we have to note down from the steam table. These properties we have to note down from the steam table. Okay. So I will move ahead. Now our aim is to find out the turbine work first of all. The Rankine cycle efficiency is turbine work divided by heat supplied. Okay. So Rankine cycle efficiency is equal to, it is net work, that is turbine work minus pump work divided by heat supplied. But since we are neglecting the pump work, so it is only the ratio of turbine work divided by heat supplied. So, if anybody of you can tell me what is the turbine work? Turbine starts from point 3 and it ends at point 4. Yes, anybody can tell me what is the turbine work? WT, the change in enthalpy across the turbine. Yes. What is the change in enthalpy across the turbine? What is the enthalpy at the inlet of turbine? Or what is the point at the inlet of turbine? State point. Yes. Yes. Yes, anybody of you? At which point the turbine is going to start? Yes, Tanmay.
3.
Bhavesh. Suraj. Omkar. Satyam. Okay. Tell me if it is not clear to you, we'll repeat it again this cycle. Yes. Sarthak. Yes. Just a minute. My mic is, yes, it is on the on condition. Speakers are on. Yes. Yes, Parth. Parth.
So 3.3.
Parth. Yes. Yes, Sejal. Sejal. Okay, just tell me, can we repeat this once again, this cycle? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. सर आवाज नाही येतो सर.
Hello. Hello.
येस सर येत आहे आवाज.
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Sorry, there is some problem. Okay. So I will repeat it once again. Please listen it carefully because in every examination, this question is there on vapor power cycle. Try to understand the thing. So I'm going to present it once again. So you have to understand the what are the components are involved and then what are the processes are involved. Okay. So this is the vapor power cycle. First, we should understand the different components involved and then what are the processes are involved and then analysis of the cycle. Okay. So we'll start from the water pump. पानी का पंप उससे start करेंगे. So this water pump sucks the water from the river at atmospheric condition and it will supply the water to a boiler at a high pressure. If suppose the boiler is working at 200 bar, तो पानी के पंप का काम है to pressurize the water from 1 atmosphere to a 200 atmosphere, from 1 bar to a 200 bar. Now the process which is going to take place inside a water pump is reversible adiabatic compression process. First process is reversible adiabatic compression process taking place in the pump. So this is the first device. Process 1 to 2 is reversible adiabatic compression process. Now the second component is boiler. Now in the boiler we are supplying the fuel and we are burning the fuel. Whatever the heat is developed by burning of fuel, we are supplying it to water coming from the pump. So that water is going to convert into steam. So function of boiler is to convert the water into steam. So heat is supplied in the boiler. Now which is the process taking place in the boiler? So process 2 to 3 because boiler starts from point 2 ends at point 3. So 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat addition in the boiler. So heat is added at constant pressure. An amount of heat added, then it is given by the formula. Amount of heat added, it is given by the formula Q is equal to M, that is mass of water, specific heat of the water into change in temperature of the water, that is T3 minus T2. Okay, but we are writing it in terms of enthalpies because mCp delta T, it is nothing but the enthalpy. So amount of heat supplied in a boiler is equal to the change in enthalpy across the boiler, that is H3 minus H2. H3 minus H2. Now in the problem that we have taken, the boiler pressure is 60 bar. Okay, so at 60 bar, the steam is generated. The enthalpy is changing from H2 to H3 at 60 bar. So this is second device. Now if you go to the third device, the steam is at now 60 bar, and at 60 bar, suppose the temperature of the steam is 200 degrees centigrade. So at 60 bar and 200 degrees centigrade, the steam enters inside a turbine. अभी टर्बाइन का काम क्या है? जो भी स्टीम की हीट है, that heat is going to convert into kinetic energy, and kinetic energy is converted to mechanical energy. So mechanical energy means the turbine blade starts to rotate. So when it starts to rotate, the generator shaft also starts to rotate, and we are getting the work output. Okay, so process 3 to 4 is again reversible adiabatic expansion process. In pump, we are compressing the water, but in case of turbine, we are expanding the steam. We expand क्यों करते हैं? क्योंकि हमें heat energy kinetic energy में convert करना है, and then kinetic energy we are going to convert into mechanical energy. So expansion is taking place from 3 to 4. So we are getting the turbine work is equal to, in terms of enthalpy, H3 minus H4. H3 minus H4 is the turbine work. Okay. Now to find out this H3 and H4, we have to know the condition of steam. At point 1, if it is dry, directly at boiler pressure, we have to refer Hg. If it is wet, it is Hf plus X into Hfg. So turbine work is H3 minus H4. Now the next component is condenser. So before condenser, we have a small condensate extraction pump is there, which operates at near what pressure of 0.1 bar or below atmosphere. Then only this steam is coming down from the inlet to outlet. So at condenser pressure of 0.1 bar, this steam is again converted into liquid. So here the heat is rejected to a cooling medium, which is water, or in some cases air. Okay, so the process 4 to 1 is constant pressure heat rejection in a condenser. So heat is rejected at constant pressure. So amount of heat rejected, it is given by change in enthalpy across the condenser, that is H4 minus H1. Okay, so these are the 4 components involved in the Rankine vapor power cycle, and there are 2 processes are involved. In boiler, constant pressure process; in condenser, constant pressure process; in pump, isentropic process; in turbine, isentropic process is going to take place. So it consists of 2 constant pressure processes and 2 isentropic processes. So we are getting the work output from turbine, and we have to supply the work input to a pump. In turbine and pump, there is a no heat transfer. In boiler and condenser, there is a heat transfer will be going to take place. So these are the 4 processes involved, and these are the 4 components involved in the vapor power cycle. Yes, any question? Based on the components, what is exactly happening in this component, and what are the processes involved in this, all the 4 components? Please let me know if you need a more clarification, or if you have any doubt, please ask me. Yes. Yes, Ronit, Bhavesh, Nayan,
No doubt.
Tanmay. Okay. Now, after this,
No,
we
sir,
are
no
going
doubt.
to represent. Yeah, thank you. After this, we are going to represent this cycle on the TS diagram. To avoid the complications, we will see only one diagram, that is a TS diagram. Okay. So here, all the 3 diagrams are presented: PV, HS, and TS. So we are going to concentrate on the TS diagram only. Okay, only TS diagram only. So I will copy it on the next slide. So if you observe this TS diagram, here, if you observe this TS diagram, now this curve or dome stands for the saturation curve. So whatever the dome you observed, it is called as a saturation curve. ठीक है। अभी इसको सैचुरेशन कर्व क्यों बोलते हैं, क्योंकि इस पर अगर कोई पॉइंट लाई होता है तो उसकी कंडीशन सैचुरेटेड रहती है, बराबर। तो यहाँ पे क्रिटिकल पॉइंट है, मैक्सिमम पॉइंट ऑफ दिस डोम, और क्रिटिकल पॉइंट के लेफ्ट साइड पे जो लाइन है उसको बोलते हैं लिक्विड सैचुरेशन लाइन, और राइट साइड की जो लाइन है उसको बोलते हैं वेपर सैचुरेटेड लाइन। तो इस लाइन पे अगर कोई पॉइंट है तो उसकी कंडीशन क्या है, सैचुरेटेड है, मीन्स लिक्विड इज सैचुरेटेड टू absorb the heat. If more amount of if heat is supplied, the liquid is going to convert into vapor. और यहाँ पे कोई भी पॉइंट अगर लाइव होता है तो उसका मतलब है यहाँ पे वेपर रहती है, सो वेपर इट इज इन द सैचुरेटेड फॉर्म. If you add few more amount of heat, its temperature starts to increase. Okay, so यहाँ पे हम सेंसिबल हीट ऐड करते हैं अप टू लिक्विड सैचुरेशन पॉइंट से वेपर सैचुरेशन पॉइंट तक we are adding the latent heat, and after this vapor saturation point we are adding the superheat. So this is the formation of steam. Now sensible heat, it is denoted by HF. H stands for enthalpy, F stands for fluid. Latent heat, it is denoted by HFG. इसका मतलब क्या है, इसमें फ्लूइड भी है और गैस भी है, वेपर भी है. एंड सुपर हीट, यहां से यहाँ लेटेंट हीट है, और सुपर हीट जो है इट इज डिनोटेड बाय H super. Okay, H super. So up till point 3 we are adding sensible heat plus latent heat, and after point 3 to 3 dash we are adding the superheat. So okay, so after this we have seen the dryness fraction. Suppose the point is lying below this dome, so it is having some dryness fraction, means under dome there is a mixture of liquid plus vapor is there. Liquid plus vapor is there. So what this dryness fraction indicates? The amount of dry steam in a mixture of wet steam, it is indicated by the dryness fraction. अगर dryness fraction 0.9 है, 0.9 है तो उसका मतलब क्या है, 90% वेपर है और 10% वाटर है. Okay, so if the steam is wet, we need to find out the dryness fraction. ठीक है. So now we are going to concentrate on the process 1, 2, 2, 2 dash, and 3 and 4. So only this cycle we are going to concentrate in our scope. 1, 2, 2, 2 dash, 3, 4. Okay. Now at point 1 we have liquid, because this point is lying on the liquid saturation line. Liquid को क्या करता है, पंप खींचता है, उसका प्रेशर बढ़ाता है. So 1 to 2 is the pumping process. उसका काम क्या है, प्रेशर बढ़ाना है. कितना बढ़ाना है, फ्रॉम एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर टू बॉयलर प्रेशर. तो 2 पॉइंट में क्या होता है, आपका बॉयलर स्टार्ट होता है. सो 2 to 2 dash is the heat addition at constant pressure in a boiler, which is sensible heat. 2 dash to 3 is the amount of heat addition in the boiler, and the type of heat is added, which is, it is called as a latent heat. So 2 to 3 is the amount of heat added in the boiler. Now at point 3, the turbine is going to start. So 3 to 4 is the expansion of steam in a turbine, and we are getting the power output. Okay. So if you observe, the point 3 is lying on the saturation curve, means the steam is dry and saturated. उस steam को हम अगर expand करेंगे तो उसकी heat अगर निकाल के लेंगे तो steam is going to become wet. So if you observe, if you moving towards downward direction, the dryness fraction of the steam is going to increase, or it is going to change. So at point 4, the steam is wet one. ठीक है. So turbine work is given by change in enthalpy across this 3 to 4 process, that is H3 minus H4. H3 minus H4. Now H3 is the enthalpy of the dry steam. So it is directly getting from the steam table. At a boiler pressure, we have to refer Hg, that is the enthalpy of the dry steam. Now to find out the enthalpy of wet steam, that is H4, the formula is HF plus X into HFG, where X is the dryness fraction. So we write here HF4 plus X4 into HFG4. अभी HF और HFG कहाँ से आएगा, तो steam table से आएगा. At condenser pressure of 0.1 bar, we have to refer the properties, and then we have to find out this HF and HFG. Then using this formula, we can find out the enthalpy of steam at point 4. But X4 is not knowing. How to find out X4? To find out X4, we have to equate the entropy at point 3 and entropy at point 4. That is S3 is equal to S4. But at point 4, the steam is dry. So directly we have to refer Sg from steam table. And at point 4, it is wet. So it is SF4 plus X4 into SFG4. So S3 is equal to SF4 plus X4 into SFG4. Find out dryness fraction, find out the enthalpy at point 4, and then find out turbine work. Okay, so we have find out WT. The amount of heat rejected by the condenser, QR, it is equal to H4 minus H1. Right now we have seen how to find out H4. Now how to get H1? H1 is the enthalpy of fluid at point 1, that is referred at a pressure of 0.1 bar. Okay? Yes. Yes. So, yes. Any difficulty in this particular slide? Or with reference to processes, any difficulty?
No, sir. No, sir, it's fine.
Now with this TS diagram, there may be number of doubts will be there, but you are not opening, I think. Yes. Because devices, if you apply a steady flow energy equation, so it is a only change of enthalpy across every process. So shall I ask few questions to you?
Yes, sir.
Heat supplied. Yes, what is the heat supplied to the boiler? How we can write?
Sir, H2 minus H3.
Yes, H2 minus H3. But instead of that, it is H3 minus H2. बराबर ना? 3 higher है. Heat supply करने के बाद enthalpy बढ़ती है. So H3 minus H2 is the heat supplied. ठीक है? Okay, that is correct. What is turbine work? Sarthak. What is turbine work? First thing, which process is involved? Now, what is the change in enthalpy during that process? What is turbine work? Yes.
Sir, 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Okay. So we will write H3 minus H4. बराबर? H3 minus H4. Amount of heat rejected in the condenser. देखो ये दो प्रोसेस है, ये प्रोसेसेस है ना, उसके अगेंस्ट जो भी एंथैल्पी चेंज होते हैं ना वो फॉर्मूला में लिखना है. सपोज टरबाइन वर्क WT H3 minus H4, amount of heat rejected by condenser, process is 4 to 1, so H4 minus H1, heat supplied H3 minus H2. Okay, next thing, the next task is how to get this enthalpies. हमने यहाँ पे लिख लिया, so I will write here with the help of the marker. Turbine work WT is equal to H3 minus H4.
H3 minus
Heat
H2.
supply. Yeah. Yes. Heat supplied in boiler is equal to H3 minus H2. Right? Heat rejected by condenser QR is equal to H4 minus H1. Okay. Now we wrote the formula. Efficiency of Rankine cycle is equal to turbine work upon heat supplied, because we are neglecting the pump work. So what is the efficiency? H3 minus H4 divided by H3 minus H4 divided by H3 minus H2. But next question, how to get this enthalpies? How to get this enthalpies? That is the question. Now to get the enthalpies, we have been given two pressure. One is this boiler pressure, we will write it as a P1, and condenser pressure P2. So at boiler pressure, refer the steam table, note down the properties like enthalpy. कौन से enthalpy refer करना है? Enthalpy of fluid HF, enthalpy of fluid plus vapor HFG, which is called a latent heat. Summation of these two is called a HG. Enthalpy of the gas we have to note down. ठीक है? Then at condenser pressure also we have to note down HF, HFG and HG. Also we have to note down entropy like SF, SFG and SG. All these properties we have to note down. Okay. So I think in the last time due to online classes, these things may not be clear to you. In the thermodynamics, there is a one chapter is there, formation of steam. So there you have studied all these things. Okay. Now, अभी जो enthalpy है ना, called as a second one is called as a wet steam and third one is called as a superheated steam. ड्राई स्टीम मीन्स क्या है? उसमें वाटर पार्टिकल एक भी नहीं है. वेट स्टीम का मतलब क्या है? उसमें वाटर पार्टिकल्स रहेंगे. और सुपर हीटेड स्टीम क्या है? ड्राई स्टीम को अगर और हम हीट करेंगे तो उसको बोलते हैं सुपर हीटेड स्टीम. ठीक है. सो हाउ टू गेट द एंथैल्पी ऑफ ड्राई स्टीम? एंथैल्पी ऑफ ड्राई स्टीम इज डायरेक्टली इक्वल टू Hg. So if you refer a steam table, directly you have to find out the Hg, which is the enthalpy of dry steam. Now enthalpy of wet steam, it is given by HF plus X into HFG. What is this X? X is called as a dryness fraction. What it indicates? Yeah, what it indicates? उसमें कितना पानी है और कितना वेपर है. That is given by the dryness fraction. So HF means what? Sensible heat. X is dryness fraction. HFG means latent heat. So we can find out the enthalpy of wet steam. Now, the enthalpy of superheated steam means अगर 0.3 है, 3 dash है, so we are not going in our scope. So it is Hg plus Cp into T sup minus T sat. Okay, Hg means total heat, that is sensible plus latent heat, and Cp into T sup minus T sat is called as a degree of saturation. In the same way, we can find out entropy of dry steam, entropy of wet steam, and entropy of the superheated steam. So why we have to need this data? Because at 0.4, the steam is going to become wet. और इसका जो dryness fraction है x4, वो निकालने के लिए we have to equate S3 is equal to S4 and then get the dryness fraction. उसके बाद आप H4 निकाल सकते हैं. So yes, ठीक है. So we are going to concentrate on the cycle 1, 2, 2 3, 4. Means at inlet of turbine, the steam is dry, and outlet it becomes wet. At outlet it becomes wet. अभी wet है तो उसका dryness fraction आपको निकालना पड़ेगा x4. वो कैसे निकालेंगे? By equating entropies. S3 is equal to S4. S3 is the entropy of dry steam. That is directly coming from the steam table. So S3 is nothing but Sg at boiler pressure. And that is equal to 0.4. It is SF4 plus X4 into SFG4. So this data is coming from steam table. S3 is equal to Sg is also coming from the steam table. We can find X4. Okay, it is dryness fraction at 0.4. After finding out X4, we can find out H4, that is enthalpy of wet steam, that is equal to HF4 plus X4 into HFG4. अभी HF और HFG कहाँ से आएगा? स्टीम टेबल से आएगा. ठीक है. So little bit maybe it should not go on the higher side. Should not go on the higher side, but you should know these things. Yes. Yes. Mm, in the first semester, you have to solve the number of numericals based on this formation of steam. Then you will get it how to find out the dynaspection, how to find out the enthalpy, entropy. Okay. Yes. So shall we move ahead? What is the Yes. Yes. Any particular doubt if you have? Yes, Aditya Ade. Yes. Okay. Now we'll go to the problem. We'll go to the problem. Okay. Now what we have given? We have given a boiler pressure of 60 bar. है ना? Boiler में pressure constant रहता है. And we have given. Just a minute, I'm sharing. We have been given a boiler pressure of 60 bar, and we have given the condenser pressure of 0.1 बार. ठीक है. इस दो प्रेशर में आपका पूरा थर्मल पावर प्लांट ऑपरेट होगा. बॉयलर प्रेशर ऑफ 60 बार and condenser pressure of 0.1 bar. Boiler pressure of 60 bar and a condenser pressure of 10 bar. So इसके बीच में आपका पावर प्लांट आपका क्या होगा? रन होगा. Okay. Now what is given? The condition at the inlet of the steam turbine. It is dry and saturated. So we have to draw this given data on the TS diagram. So 1 point is lying on the saturation curve because it is liquid. 1 to 2 is pumping. 2 to 3 is heat addition. So at point 3 the steam is dry and saturated. Dry and saturated. So this point 3 lies on this saturation curve. Then 3 to 4 expansion and 4 to 1 is heat rejection. Okay. So what we have to find out? We have to find out the Rankine cycle efficiency. And the formula for Rankine cycle efficiency is equal to the turbine work minus pump work divided by heat supply. But we are neglecting the pump work. Neglecting the pump work in our scope. Why? Because pump work अगर 1 kilowatt है, 1 kilowatt है, तो we are developing power near about 250 megawatt. So compared to 250 megawatt, it is negligible. So we are neglecting it. ठीक है. तो अभी टर्बाइन वर्क कैसे निकालना है? टर्बाइन वर्क का फॉर्मूला है टर्बाइन वर्क इज इक्वल टू H3 minus H4. ठीक है. So we will try to get this H3 and we will try to get this H4. And heat supply QS is equal to again H3 minus H2. इतना आपने निकाला तो आपका काम हो गया. तो उसके लिए पहले हम क्या करेंगे? We are going to refer a steam table. We are going to refer a steam table. और steam table में से there are 2-3 tables are there. One is temperature table, second one is pressure table, and third one is the superheated steam table. So we are referring the pressure table at two pressures. One is 60 bar and second one is 0.1 bar. So referring the steam table at 60 bar, we have to note down the properties. At 60 bar, the steam is dry and saturated. Dry and saturated. So अगर dry and saturated है, तो we have to refer the enthalpy and entropy of the vapor only or gas only. So note down H3, that is Hg is equal to 2785 kilojoule per kg, and S3 is equal to 5.8891 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so this is the data at point number 3. Now we'll go to the next pressure, that is 0.1 bar. It is a condenser pressure. At condenser pressure, we have to note down a lot of data, because at condenser pressure, the steam is going to become a wet. Dry है, dry में से steam, dry steam से हमने heat निकाल के ली, so it is going to become weight. Obviously, it is going to become a weight. So for this purpose, at 0.1 bar, we have to note sensible heat, HF, latent heat, HFG, entropy SF, latent entropy SFG, and volume VF. Now why it is 4? Because it is state point 4. So we are writing HF4 is equal to 199, HFG4 is equal to 2392, SF4 is equal to 0.64, SFG is equal to 7.5 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So this data we have noted. Yes, any doubt here? In the online examination, you don't worry for that. You have been directly given the data like H3, H2 directly given. So don't worry about the online examination. But for understanding, we should know this all the things. Okay, so I will move ahead. If any doubt is there, please ask me. Otherwise, we have to move ahead.
Sir, one doubt is there.
Yeah, Ram.
Sir, why VF1 volume is required while calculation?
Yeah.
Because
Right now it is not.
turbine work and QS is calculated with heat itself, no? That's why.
Yes, it's correct. Your doubt is correct. So it is not required in our case. We are neglecting the pump work. Now in calculating this pump work, we require is VF. It is VF into P2 minus P1. It is VF into P2
Okay.
minus P1 is the pump work. So we are neglecting. So we have not to consider this. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. So I will move ahead. Now first what we'll do, we'll find out the H3 directly we are getting. H3 already we have noted at pressure, higher pressure. Now we have to think how to find out H4. अभी H4 निकालना है तो steam is wet. We have to find out dryness fraction X4. तो dryness fraction कैसे निकालते हैं? Anybody of you? We have to follow the process 3 to 4. What is the methodology to find out dryness fraction? Yes, anybody? Okay. We have to equate the entropy at 0.3 and entropy at 0.4. Why? Because 3 to 4 is an isentropic process during which entropy remains constant. So equate S3 is equal to S4. At 0.3, the steam is dry and at 0.4 it is wet. तो dry steam का entropy का formula लिखना है and wet steam का entropy का formula we have to write down. So to determine the dryness fraction at 0.4, equating entropy at 0.3 and 4, so we'll write S3 is equal to SF4 is the entropy of wet steam. Entropy of wet steam का formula है SF plus X into SFG. Since it is a state point 4, इसलिए 4 लिखा है. SF4 plus X4 into SFG4. But at 4 point, what is the pressure? It is a condenser pressure 0.1. Okay. So already we have noted these values from steam table. So S3 is nothing but SG at 60 bar. SF means the entropy of the liquid at 0.1 bar. It is 0.64. SFG is entropy of the liquid and vapor mixture. It is SF. FG stands for fluid and gas, liquid and vapor. So it is 7.5. So find out X4 from this formula. It is coming near about 0.7. Okay. So keep in mind, to find out the dryness fraction at 0.4, we have to equate S3 is equal to S4. S3 is the entropy of the dry steam and S4 is the entropy of the wet steam. और wet steam का entropy का formula है SF into X, SF plus X into SFG. SF plus X into SFG. So this is stands for entropy of the wet steam. Yes, any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
Yeah. Now, why we are going to do study this? Because somewhere, if you go anywhere, so we need these things. अगर गेट एग्जाम देना है या पीयूसी देना है तो ये सब आपको आना चाहिए. ऑनलाइन एग्जाम के लिए तो क्या हम इजी पढ़ के पास हो जाएंगे, उसमें कुछ बड़ी बात नहीं है, बराबर ना. बट आवर एम इज not an online examination. Our aim is to understand this topic or subject. Now enthalpy at 0.4, that we need to find out. At point 4 the steam is wet. और wet steam का enthalpy का formula क्या है? HF plus X into HFG. Since point 4 is involved, so we are writing HF4 plus X4 into HFG4. So enthalpy at point 4 is equal to HF plus X4 into HFG4. So HF and HFG we already noted at 0.1 bar. So take down from that. So 191 plus 0.69 into 2392. So we are getting enthalpy as 1863. At 0.4 it is, sorry, at 0.3 it is, at 0.3 it is 2785. उससे कितनी हो गई? 27 से 18 हो गई, मीन्स इतना ही टरबाइन ने निकाल के लिया है. ठीक है. सो फ्रॉम दिस वी कैन फाइंड आउट द पंप वर्क. ठीक है. ओके, सो just a minute. So turbine work is equal to H3 minus H4. So it is 2785 minus 1863. So we'll get the turbine work. Now we'll concentrate on the heat supply. Heat supply is H3 minus H2. So already we have H3. How to get the H2? Now all of you listen here. To find out this H2, already we have neglected the pump work. Already we have neglected the pump work. So we are starting this point here. This point number 2 and point number 1 we are considering as a single point. So we are supplying the water at atmospheric pressure that we are assuming. So the water supply to the boiler is at point 1, which is at not atmospheric, which is at 0.1 bar. So at 0.1 bar we have to find out the enthalpy of the fluid. So that is already we have noted. So enthalpy of fluid at 0.1 bar is 191. So the amount of heat supplied in the boiler is equal to H3 minus H2. So H3 already we have noted, it is 2785 and H2 is 191. That is enthalpy at 0.1 bar, enthalpy of fluid at 0.1 bar, and we are getting the Rankine cycle efficiency as a 30%. Okay, we are getting 30%. Yes, in this way we can find out the Rankine cycle efficiency for the simple problem on the dry saturated vapor powered cycle. Yes, anybody is having any doubt? I'm going
Clear,
to
sir.
mail you. Yes, I'm going to mail this PDF as well as today or tomorrow. I'm going to upload the PPTs on the VOLP. So code I'm giving. So you have to prepare this topic. So we are planning for CE on this topic on the, I think the next week. The date is not finalized. So CE will be there. So you have to prepare this topic. Already I have mailed to you the book of this applied thermodynamics. I think Vedant has circulated to all. Okay, the applied thermodynamics by MM Rathod. Have you received? Vedant? Vedant, are you present? Vedant? Okay,
Sir, I
please.
talked with Vedant Irabatti and he gave me that PDF, but it is the syllabus PDF, sir, TPSC, and that too of engineering thermodynamics, not of applied thermodynamics. He said
That is
that you
MM
sent
Thermodynamics.
him the TPSC, not MM Rathod book.
MM Rathod is not received to you, Ronit. MM
No, sir,
Rathod.
no, sir, not, no, sir, not yet, sir.
Which book he has
Sir, he
sent
had
to you?
given a 10 pages TPSC, sir, as if syllabus
No,
copy, sir,
that is wrong.
prepared by
That is wrong.
faculty,
No,
prepared by the faculty.
okay, I will drop it on the group right now. I will drop it on the group.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir, sure.
So for a reference, you have to refer that book, and PPTs you have to refer it for examinations. Okay, and you can use the Sengilan bowls for more reference. So today I am
Yes,
trying
sir.
to drop this all the PPTs on the VOLP. Book is of long, you can say of a higher size. So directly I will drop in on the. So next week we will have a CE. So prepare for that. And one more problem we have to go or we have to see. So we'll try to see it in the next lecture. So we can try to use this weekend for the preparation of this first unit. And if any doubt is there, so we'll discuss in the next lecture, which is on the Monday. So give me just 1 minute. I will drop the attendance sheet.
Okay, sir.
Now, all of you listen here. Your main purpose is to increase the understanding of the given problem or given system. What is the difference between this engineering graduate and this commerce or art graduate? Yes, anybody can tell you? Tell me. Yes, anybody can tell me. What is the difference between the graduate, engineering graduate or medical graduate? And what is the difference between this arts or commerce graduate? Is there any difference is there?
Sir, engineers apply their knowledge, sir.
So you are going to learn the different types of subjects which are having a different, you can say, flavors, बरोबर ना? थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में तो अलग फ्लेवर है, आप डिजाइन में जाएंगे तो अलग फ्लेवर है, but you are going to study this subject. There are about 40 subjects you are going to study, and because of that your ability to learn the new things is going to increase. So you can learn anything after studying these 40 subjects. You can learn anything, and you can, based on that, you can do anything, I can say. Okay, so that learning capacity is going to increase. You may go for any MPSC examination, UPSC examination, your capability is going to increase. Your working capability is going to increase. And since you have a large amount of mathematical background, so you can do anything, isn't it? Okay, okay. Yes, we'll stop here. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks being for available. So you restore your attendance with the help of Google Form, and we'll stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.